All right, welcome to the mess hall. Another episode. We don't know what number. It doesn't matter. But welcome back. We took a week off. We're back. We haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, and we basically forgot who each other were, and that's exciting.
So much to go over. How have you been?
Good. Just got back from Wisconsin. It was cold and shitty. The crowds were okay. The crowds were great. Well, okay. Friday was bad. Every show stunk. It was awful. It was
complete
I know
180 right there.
It was bad. But then Saturday was amazing shows. Like it was like we did a 4:00 show, which you're like, ugh, 4:00, and then it was just fire. It was like fucking great. And it's me. It was we're doing a 2-man show now. So before we'd have like a local opener or something, but I don't know if Mark is like, I don't really trust Wisconsin or like what it is. But now it's just a 2-man thing. So I go up, I get to do more time, which is fucking awesome. I get paid more, which is awesome. But I do have to wake the fucking crowd up. I don't have the luxury of coming up to a hot audience. I got to be like, all right, guys. And
big man feature have to do kind of the hosting work.
You got to do both. And it's fun because you get more time and you get to fuck around more. I get to try new shit all the time because I got all this extra time. I can do whatever I want. But, it's sometimes it's more fun to come up for 25 minutes and fucking just crush because the audience is already warmed up.
Let me just give you a little bit of perspective because you're in a different phase of your career than me, and so you are
I'm
now
on the way down.
we're all on the way down. We're all gonna die soon. The world's a mess.
You think we're going to war soon? I don't pay enough attention, but it feels like something's happening.
So we're not a current events podcast. Don't get your news from us, but it does.
But I think we're in the middle of a war.
Literally, China and Russia are getting very cozy. There are balloons in the air. There's Russia and China are.
But they're laughing at us with the balloons, right? They're like, we spent like a $40,000 missile to blow it up. Did you know that? And then the balloon was like a weather balloon.
I mean, they're laughing at us, but was it a weather? They say it was a weather balloon.
What do you think?
We're dumb. I don't know. I don't trust China because I was raised in the American school system to be like China bad, and I think that that's accurate.
What school? I don't ever remember going China bad.
Yeah, they're like the good guys and the bad guys. They've always been like our enemy.
No, they loan us money. They're like, we owe them $1 billion.
Yeah, but they don't teach that in school. That's like a secret shame.
I don't think that's a secret. It is always. I would always wonder what's going to happen when they're like, "Hey, we want that money now," and then we're like, "Why? We don't have it. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that's what everybody does all the time. This is what I was talking about when you were talking about healthcare the other week. I'm like, you just don't pay. Nobody pays for things.
It's all fake.
Yeah, it's all fake, and we all just agree to pretend it's real.
Yeah,
and that's life. This all started with me saying that you're very spoiled, going on these like fancy weekend. Like I think the
fancy Wisconsin weekends.
I think it's fancy. You forget the grit and the struggle of doing local showcases.
Oh, I'm doing one tonight.
Okay, you're doing it as like a favor, or you're doing it as like the golden boy returning to home.
The golden boy?
Yeah, it's like you come back to Houston and it's like the guy that was on, doing club dates all over the country. I'm in the shit still.
Oh my God.
I'm in the shit. I'm a soldier. I'm just like a little, what's the lowest level of like army guy? I'm like the guy who's like cleaning up the barracks.
Maybe let's use a different reference than army, just because I don't know anything about the army.
I don't either.
You're a trench warrior or some shit. That's not what they're called, but like a trench bitch.
We'd be we would be dead immediately if we went to war. Well, I hope
we'd be sitting there like, what do we do? What's our name? I don't know. We'd kill ourselves.
I genuinely hope that China and Russia aren't gonna attack us anytime soon, because you and I,
but we're too old to get drafted, so gotcha. Kids getting drafted right now. We don't have a draft, but
if we did, we're too old. We're in our 30s.
Yeah, we're too old. Look at me. I'm also fat and flat-footed, and
my back hurts.
My fucking sciatica.
Yeah.
Also, I think I have this is undiagnosed sciatica. Someone told me I had it because I told them like the pain I had, and I saw a guy who's a physical therapist last night. He's wearing a dress. You know, Jake.
Yeah, I know Jake,
Yeah,
of course.
physical therapist. And I tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm having these back pains, and he goes, it might not be your sciatica, but I was like, you got any advice? And he's like, you don't have insurance? I go, I do, but I'm scared of the doctor. And so he gives me some advice to do Kegels.
Can men do Kegels?
I'm doing it right now.
Stop. What does it do? Your just balls contract up a little bit?
Oh, it's more like the penis. I can tell he's doing it right now. Yeah,
he's trying. Ben's trying it right now. He's embarrassed.
My friend Jenny Zagrino has this fucking great joke where she talks about Kegels, and I'm not going to do the whole bit, but part of it, and she goes, and the best thing about Kegels are I can't mention them without everyone in this room doing them. They're like, oh yeah. And then they just...
I mean, I'm doing it now.
Exactly. We're both doing it. Yeah, guys can do Kegels too. It's like pulling your penis in a little bit. But you're supposed to do it when you get up. Like, I'm having pain where I like, if I sit down wrong or I like get up wrong, like it like a shooting pain. And he's like, just every time you do it, just Kegel. So I've been doing a lot of Kegels since yesterday. Probably 100 or 200. I'm doing it right now. Can you tell?
You sound like Will Ferrell in Anchorman when he's like, I don't know if you heard how many I just did. It's 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, he does 1,000 sit-ups a day. I do 1,000 Kegels a day, and I am crushing it.
All right. I don't know if you're going to agree with this opinion. Mark Wahlberg sucks.
No, why?
I just feel like he's first of all, he's a terrible actor.
He did beat up an Asian guy with a stick.
What is that?
You don't know that?
No.
You don't remember that? This is the whole thing. He had to go to court. He had to pay the guy money.
In real life.
In real life, he beat the shit. When he was, in fairness, he was like 15 or 16. But like, when I say in fairness, I mean, I never did a hate crime when I was 15 or 16.
Was it about that he was Asian?
I think there was a little bit of that. I don't know exactly what the story was. Maybe you can pull up exactly why it happened. But there's going to be a spin on it, of course. But I don't know the original reason. But he beat him with a stick, put the guy in the hospital. He had to pay him a bunch of money. And also, like, Mark Wahlberg at that age, he was still an actor. Basketball Diaries and shit like that, I think he was in. Wasn't he in that? He was in
Leonardo DiCaprio was in that?
Yeah, but also I think Wahlberg is. I think there's like a handful of them.
It's a terrible actor paired with like an amazing actor. Leo is probably carrying.
They're both great.
Mark Wahlberg sucks at acting.
Oh, he's good. He's good. Well, I mean, he's not. He makes fun movies. I enjoy it.
Fun movies is totally different from he's like a actor with any depth. I'm not saying like you can't have but he just seems like
what about
douchebag.
He was in The Departed. That was good. But also Leo was too.
Are y'all ready for the story?
Yeah, quick.
Oof. In 1986, Wahlberg was 16. A civil rights lawsuit was filed against him after several incidents of harassing black children with racial slurs and throwing rocks at them.
Throwing rocks at them?
The case was settled in 92. He repeatedly kicked a man in the face and fractured his jaw.
Holy
in another case.
The Asian guy.
Shit.
Is there an Asian guy with a stick?
There's a Vietnamese-American man in 1988.
If you think Mark Wahlberg is a good actor, you're a racist.
He knocked him unconscious with a wooden stick.
I actually would argue that he is a great actor because you never know that he was a piece of shit. And he fooled you the whole time.
No, I said he seems like a piece of shit. I could feel it in my core that Mark Wahlberg was a piece of shit. Also, can we talk about
where's he from?
He's not
Boston?
attractive. I don't know these women that think that is a good look, but he's clearly, he seems Boston.
All those things are awful. But if he's from Boston, that's like a pretty good guy from Boston. Like, Boston sucks.
Nobody go to Boston.
No, like if you're from Boston, there's way worse fucking sheets than that. What is he from?
Dorchester.
That's basically Boston.
Yeah.
It's
for sure.
close enough.
It's the same.
It sounds like it. I don't know where that is.
Dorchester.
But
Dorchester
for sure,
County.
100%. But I like him. Sorry, I don't like him. I don't like what he did. But I still like his movies. Whatever.
Isn't Boston such a strange place? Because it is dudes like that. It's like, it's such a wide split. There are 50% dudes like that. And then 50% are like Harvard, very like, bow tie wearing, ascot wearing type of motherfuckers.
That's the whole fucking Good Will Hunting movie. That's the entire fucking movie.
It's just a strange mix of like, how did that happen there? It's very weird. Have you done shows in Boston? It's a good
The
comedy
Whitehall
scene, right?
Tavern, I think it's called. Awesome show. Every Wednesday. Killer. I wish I could remember the name of the lady that runs it. Crazy good comic. Young lesbian. I'm not gonna remember her name. Sorry, I can see her, so But she's great. I like her, and she runs that room with a couple other comics. Also, they got a ton of drama. They got some comedy drama in Boston, and I think that's pretty fun.
Ooh, can you talk about
Well,
it or no?
I can't. I don't know. There was a guy who someone made a fake Tinder profile for a guy, and then they creeped on all these fucking girls, and then they got this guy canceled, and then it came out that it was a group of comics that made this fake profile to frame this guy for being a creep. The guy's not actually a creep, and then everyone canceled these comics, and that's
That
pretty
is
fucking,
juicy.
I know,
That's
it's pretty
fucking
wild.
What is wrong with people?
They're comics.
What the fuck?
Comics are crazy people.
That is a terrible Is the guy funny? Is he doing well?
From what I understand is no, everyone hates the guy and he's not funny.
And that's why they framed. That's why they wanted
But
to frame
they
him.
also just bullied a guy. That's what happened. They're grown-ups that bully people.
Yeah.
And so that's shitty of them. So anyways,
if you're doing that, you have too much time on your hands. Get your life together.
yeah, don't you just love that we work in an industry where people are stupid as fuck all of the
awful.
time? It's high school too. There's
Were
people
you
that
a
take
bully
it seriously.
in high school?
No. I got bullied, I feel like. Yeah. I at parties and stuff. It was I remember one party specifically. I got chased with an axe by the football team. And that feels like a fucking made up trope almost. Like fucking emo kid playing music, getting chased by the football team at a party. But it 100% happened to me all the goddamn time. I hated all these fuckers. They sucked. I was in high school. I was too embarrassed to pick to stand up for myself. I was too insecure about it, and I was like, they're gonna beat me up, blah blah blah. So I just fucking take it and get bullied. And then I go to college, and I find my friends, and then at some point in college, I got into too much alcohol and drugs, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. And then I started fighting people a lot, and I think I probably had fucking 20 fights in college, fist fights. And anytime someone fucked with one of my friends, I was like, I would flash back to when I got picked on, and I was like, well, yeah, you fucking with them, now you got to fuck with me. And then I would fucking fight, and then I fought way too much. I was a door guy, fought way too much, and
That's natural. That's the natural progression of that, where you have to go through that after being bullied. But I want to know what happened with the end of the axe story. I'm not trying to be mean, but they obviously caught up with you, right?
First of all, I was not fat in high school.
They caught up with you.
Fucking dickhead.
They definitely caught up with you, right?
No. I ran a bunch. They were on drugs. And then finally someone took an axe away from them. And then we were all just at the party again. And that's it. Here's the thing, though. I did become friends with certain people where by the end where certain people wouldn't fuck with me now. Because then I had these fucking friends that were they weren't really my friends, but they were older
the mafia,
they were older
protection.
classmen that were tougher than these fucking kids. And so they wouldn't fuck with me because I was hanging out with these guys, and they're and so they would, and those older classmen might razz on me and fuck with me a little bit, but it was more in fun, and and these guys were actual douchebags.
I wonder if bullying, I wonder if it builds character. Now it's not cool to bully. I wonder, kids these days hear so much anti-bullying stuff. Although online makes it so easy to bully people anonymously, and we didn't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
That would have been a nightmare.
I had to deal with that shit. What are you talking about? I got bullied online. Someone
we had-
hacked my live journal.
We had AOL. I remember doing the chat rooms, but only for sexy stuff because I was curious.
Oh, yeah.
And I would
To catch a predator. Hell yeah, dude.
what was your AIM name?
Ooh, I had a bunch. It was Youngblood Punk 69, maybe. It's probably one of them. And then I had a X not so seen 2UX. Then I had a couple. I was a real pussy. I was a huge pussy in high school, huge pussy.
But it was a way to anonymously try shit out. So I feel you could be brave on AIM.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I had like a fake Yahoo so I could like get an AIM girlfriend and look at boobs and shit like that.
but it took forever for boobs to load, by the way, on dial-up.
Oh, yeah. Those were the days. But I had a girl from Eugene, Oregon. We had an AOL online girlfriend from Eugene, Oregon at one point in my life for probably like a year. We didn't like really talk. And, I know.
Who was maybe a man.
No. She was showing me boobs all the time. It was pretty nice. Sometimes vagina.
That's pretty exciting.
It was pretty exciting for a little 15-year-old from upstate New York. But, she, I'm pretty sure she had a real boyfriend as well. And then that would make sense because I had real girlfriends as well. So, it was AIM. It was different back then. We were
Long
just trying
distance,
to,
you're 15.
we were just trying to see titties at that point.
For
in our
sure.
lives.
That makes perfect sense. Do you have siblings?
Too many.
Really? You have more? I knew you had one. You have multiple siblings.
What do you think I have?
I thought you had one.
Boy or girl?
Oh, we talked about it, and I have such a bad memory. It's not that I don't.
We don't know each other at all. I do
We
like
we
stressing that,
don't.
and I like that. Do you have siblings? No. You don't seem like you do. Can I guess?
You will never guess.
So then you do.
But you'll
Yeah,
yes and no.
You got an older brother.
Well, we talked about that already. So
You do? No, I don't remember that. Do you have an older brother?
So I am the only child
Ah, that's what I thought.
from my mom and dad.
Okay.
But
Remarried, sitch.
multiple siblings. So my mother's first marriage, she had 4 kids. This is true.
Okay.
My dad's first marriage, he had 2. Second marriage, he had 1. My mom was his third marriage.
you?
He had me. So I'm the baby.
Of 8.
But then, this is
there
1000% true. My mother then adopted 8 children from Russia. 6 from one family, and 5 years later, 2 boys.
Oh.
My family is
I think maybe your parents might know if we're at war.
my family is insane and psychotic. And I do actually my one Russian adopted brother is in the military, and I
The
don't
Russian military or the U.S.?
the US military.
What's he going to do if he...
I mean, it's a little. I'm kidding.
Oh.
He's a lovely human, and he
loves America.
He
Good
loves-
country.
yeah,
Good
America
country.
is good.
Yeah, does he? I know that they grew up here, so they don't sound like that. But I like to think all your adopted brothers are like, I'm bad at accents, but they walk around and they're like, this is bad country, or I don't know.
I
I'm an
definitely
idiot.
used to, like the first 6 because they were younger when they came over. I would talk in like that broken like. You drive car, like that kind of vibe.
You said that to them? Because that's insane. You drive car. What?
I just made something up in the moment. Family is depressing and sad. Although I made me think of bullies because my older brothers, when I was little, so before the adopted kids were even around, my older brothers used to sing, go pansy, and I would dance because I didn't know pansy. I thought pansy was just a flower.
Pansy's not a bad thing for a girl.
Is it not?
No,
They were definitely
a pansy
making fun
is
of
like
me.
if you get called a pansy and you're a guy, you're like, no, I'm not gay. But a pansy for a girl means just like pansy means like you're a sissy. That's what it is.
That was just the
You're a
beginning
girl.
of it.
You are a sissy. That as a kid, like that's fine.
They would also.
I mean, I'm not saying girls are sissies. Also, don't come after me for that one. But pansy.
It's okay for women to be pansies, and that's how
In the 90s,
Andrew says he's a
yes.
feminist.
In the 90s, it was. Now you have to be tough feminist bitches, and I think that's good.
Feminism is everything. I think feminism means you can like be in your femininity.
Do whatever you want.
Femininity.
Yes,
Be a strong. I can't even speak. So
that's all right. There's only a podcast.
Be in your femininity. That's
Yeah.
hard to say.
Femininity. Did I say it right? First time? God damn, that was good. I did not expect it. I'm a little tipsy. I haven't eaten much today. Femininity.
Femininity.
Sounds like an Eminem rap. Femininity. And like it would like
Say it fast 3 times though.
Femininity. Femininity. Femininity.
Femininity. Femininity. Femininity.
Yeah, you're retarded, I think, is what's going on. I said
And I
it
was
3 times.
I did
I've never
theater.
said that word once until 2 minutes ago.
Okay. I want to say though, that was just the tip of the iceberg. They did so many things. Like, did you ever have, it was cool, like there were like bullying things that were cool during different eras. They did the like pin you down and do the spit till it gets this close to your face and then suck it back up.
Gross.
Yeah, super gross. Or the like knuckle to the chest plate.
The Indian burn? You ever do the old Indian burn?
The Indian burn.
Yep.
We
You
had
got to call it the Native American burn now.
Oh, so woke. Life is hard. Life is hard for us.
Yeah. The Indian burn that sucked. Noogies.
Noogies. There was the thing.
Swirly?
Swirly.
I never got a swirly. Did you?
They definitely did the swirly. I had all the things with the older siblings. So we also had a room in our house that had 2 doors, and they would convince me, like willingly, there were 2 couches. They'd hide behind the couches, take all the cushions off, and I'd run in and out of the room while they threw cushions at me for points.
That's fun, though. That was a game. That's you and your brothers playing.
Yeah, but the point of the game was to hit me very hard with pillows when I was a very small little child.
Smaller target. That seems fun. I think that's more that was playing, I think. I bet you enjoyed it.
I willingly played servant girl. This says a lot about me. Where I would like
willingly played servant girl.
That sounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, they would like have me go just like get them things, and I was like, yay!
No wonder you're so lame in bed now because you tried it all with your family when you were younger.
So creepy. No, God, no. But yeah, I was bullied, but then I kind of became a bully. I feel like
you bully people now.
Not now in high school.
Oh yeah,
no,
you got real high school bully face for sure.
For sure, I was a cunt.
Ew, she's gross. You probably one time there's a girl just like you. I was sitting there. She looks at my hands and she goes, "Your cuticles are disgusting." And I didn't know what cuticles were, so I was like, "Oh my god, what is it? What's fucking with me?" And it fucked with me for like 6 days. And then I finally asked, and I was like, "Oh, just the fucking shitty skin nail? Fuck this bitch."
I mean, you're a child in high school too, so I was a bully, but like it was just because I was insecure, and now I feel like I'm really trying to make up for it.
Yeah, you seem nice to me. I don't know. High school's different. I've definitely probably bullied some people. I know there's someone who won't ever listen to this, or they will out of spite, and they're like, "Yeah, you did kind of bully me."
You're quiet. I feel like your quietness makes people afraid of you now.
Yeah, I was always kind of quiet though. As soon as I get to know people, then I'm like loud and obnoxious and fun.
Yeah, you are obnoxious for sure.
I know. But I got to know you first, and then I become that. It takes me, if I don't know you, I'm fucking silent until I really get to know somebody. I don't trust anybody.
We both have kind of resting bitch face.
Yeah. Well, you got the hot bitch face. I got like this is a mean ogre. I got Shrek bitch face.
No, I'm at the age where people don't give a shit. I look like I feel like I look like I'll cut you. No one's afraid of me, but people are.
Cut you with what? You don't look like you could cut anybody.
My teeth are horse teeth.
You look like
huge.
You'll call the cops on somebody.
You keep saying that. I do not look like
you
a Karen.
You do look like that.
No, I do
not. You aren't that. I love you. I think you're great. But you do look like you would call the cops on us for being too loud.
I do the worst thing. This is arguably worse. Hold on.
Call the cops on minorities. That's what you do.
What I do is worse. I try to ingratiate myself. Like
use smaller words. What does that mean?
Okay, so I do that nasty thing where I'm trying to seem like I'm too into the differences, where I'm like, okay, so like gay men, I had to make a goal for myself to stop complimenting gay men when I didn't mean it. That was a goal that I had to make for myself.
They're like, she's nice and all, but she won't stop saying fabulous.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I was at this restaurant one night. There was a family. There were 2 gay men with their 2 sons.
Yes.
And they were, I mean, honestly, the men had terrible taste. I don't want to be judgmental, but they were
Are you about to say they have Asian kids? Because I know how you don't like China.
But honestly, China's out to get us. Everyone watch out. Okay, they had terrible taste. They were dressed terribly. Their children were not well behaved. They were annoying us the entire dinner to the point where my husband and I and the people we were with were like, these people are so fucking annoying. They'll
These people.
yeah.
You're not doing much for your case.
And by
here.
these people, I mean children. They're the worst.
Yep.
They wouldn't shut up. And yet, at the end of the dinner, I wanted them to know, like, I'm an ally, as I've said previously on this show.
So did you tell them that?
I went up to them and I was like, oh my God, your family is so lovely. You guys are just so, I don't know. I was tipsy too at the end of dinner, but I'm just like, I told them that they were lovely and they were so adorable, and they weren't. They were terrible and annoying us the entire dinner. And that's ingratiating. I was trying to get them on my side. Like, look at me. I'm
That's a Karen move, dude.
But I go the opposite way too much.
Yes. But yeah, that's just a different type of Karen. That's
Kinda.
all you're doing.
Have you heard the Rachel
You're being
Feinstein?
a crazy white lady thing. That is a crazy white lady thing. Like that's like going up to a black girl and talking about her hair. You're like, oh my God, I love it. Like, that's fucking strange.
I would never touch her hair.
I didn't
but
say
I've
touch
definitely
it.
I've definitely
I know,
complimented.
and you don't know anything about it.
I think
you're searching.
It's fine if I mean the thing I'm saying, but what
you don't.
What I have to stop doing is saying things I don't mean. And one of the biggest ones where I like made a goal was like, I have to stop telling, like, a gay man in capri pants that I'm like, I hate capri
Who
pants.
the fuck wears capri pants?
European men. Okay, back up though. Have you heard the Rachel Feinstein bit where she's talking about her mom in the cab and trying to say the cab driver's name? And
No. I'll have to check it out.
That is when she was making fun of her mom, I was like, oh shit, I would do that. Where I'm trying to
say it correctly, or like, oh.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Not a lot of white people say your name right, do they?
Yeah, I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not a good look, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. It is a Karen move, I'm telling you. But it's not the like, I'm calling the cops on you because you're barbecuing in the park, Karen, but it is not far from that. Like those same people do that.
Yeah, but I'm not doing the
You're
other
basically
thing.
doing the character from, what was that new movie? The new Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill movie.
Oh,
you're doing Elaine's character.
You people?
You people.
Yeah.
You're doing Elaine Bennis's character from that.
Yeah, so the mom, she's exactly like, she's like,
That's
I'm cool.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
For sure.
And she gets called out on it and it cries and it's the whole thing. And, you know.
Now I can't watch the movie or I'll be triggered.
Oh, have you not seen it?
I've not seen it.
No, watch it and it's you. You got it.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's what she does the whole movie, though. Like, she gets in trouble for, like, being like, ooh, you know what I was looking up recently? And it's, like, fucking weaves and stuff. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
My intentions are good, but I get that I do that. So now what I'm trying to do instead to counteract that is isolate myself from society and never interact with anyone. And that's the goal. This is why I want to be off all social media.
Well, I'm really glad I started a podcast.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. But I do feel like it's like rock in a hard place, right? Like, at least I have good intentions.
Yeah.
And I'm also the worst.
Nah, I mean, you're not the worst. It could be, you could be the full-on other Karen.
I could be Mark Wahlberg.
But you do hate Asian people, it seems. What's up with that?
What are you talking about?
All right, you just hate China.
No, we were talking about. We shouldn't talk about current events. By the way, we're unqualified to give advice. We're also unqualified to talk about politics. But it was on my mind. No, you're not.
Oh, I've been everywhere. I've seen everything. I know everything. I could be the next president.
This is just a launching pad for your presidential campaign.
If Trump can do it, I can do it. Come on.
Honestly, that's a good point.
That feels like it.
That is a good point.
He was just a little manipulative. That's all he was like. He was good at talking to people, and then he was manipulative. And I feel like I could do that.
This is why. So they're all manipulative. It's just like your parents. Like, one is kind of coddling you and like wants you to have everything, and then the other one's like the stern one that wants you to learn the hard way, and that's like the two parties. And then you grow up and you realize that both of them are liars and they suck. That we shouldn't talk about politics.
I don't know. I think it's fun. Anyways, so all this being said, we're at war with China right now, right? Is that what that's how this started?
Everybody get to your bunkers.
That's true. I'm thinking about putting one in here. I'll have a podcast studio in it so we can keep doing this thing.
Breaking news. We're also recording ahead, so it's too late for you. You're dead.
This might not ever air.
Some of us are in a nuclear winter. Would you survive? Do you think you'd be good in like an apocalyptic situation?
Yes, for sure. I would definitely survive over you and you.
No, see, this is
No
where
offense.
you have my temperament wrong. So I'm scrappy as shit. I'm not. I think you would be shocked at how good I would be in a situation like that.
I'm the guy in a zombie film when we're running together, right? When we're all running.
Well, you're already done. Again, as I've stated
Oh, no,
earlier.
I'm not, because I'm going to knock your ass over and be like, oh my God, she fell, and keep running, and then you're getting munched on, so I survive. I'm that guy.
I'm
I'm
the hide
pushing
and
you over.
isolate. I'm not running anywhere. I've isolated. I'm manipulating I get a few people around me. I'm manipulating them.
Also, I'm a great shot. I can shoot things pretty well. I got a gun. You got a gun?
The husband has guns.
That's good. Is he a good shot?
I think
You don't
he's a
even
good. I don't even know, but like I hate guns with a passion. So yeah.
You're done. You're done in a zombie apocalypse. A zombie apocalypse. They probably hate me for chewing ice while we talk.
No, some people think it's ASMR. We talked about this last time.
True. You know, they say I'm sexually frustrated for chewing ice. I don't know who they are, but I
do
read
the
it.
oral fixation thing too. Like do you chew on straws, or are you like too masculine to drink out of a straw?
No. I use straws, but I just make sure they're about the same girth as a penis, just to make sure.
Where do you buy those straws?
I don't know. No, I don't really use straws, not because it's a masculine thing. If they put it in it, sometimes I'll use it, but I'm more of a drinker at it like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
More of a
Just in case you can't see, Youngblood is great at deep throating things, is what he's trying to say.
I think I could probably deep throat something,
Yeah.
you know?
Do you have a gag reflex?
For sure. I almost puked in a sushi restaurant last night because I smelled someone's poop.
Yeah, so you would not survive the zombie apocalypse. You can't even smell some poop.
I don't think that's one of the fucking qualifications. I don't have to smell someone's shit in a zombie apocalypse.
I feel like there would be a lot of like, just shit everywhere,
But
I just spit.
You know what I wouldn't survive in that movie, The Quiet Place, because of my sleep apnea. I thought about that the other day.
I never saw it.
Oh,
Give me the overview.
Basically, there's these fucking alien monster guys that show up, and they are blind, but they go completely off sound. And so, what's his name? Jim from The Office and his wife, they can't say anything. So his whole family, he's raising a family, none of them are allowed to fucking talk or say anything the whole time. And so they're just quiet. And then I was like, man, what happens if one of them has sleep apnea? And they're like, they're fucking dead. That's it. And I'd be dead.
Yeah, I mean, you're just making less and less for your case.
I will survive long enough for my sleep apnea to kill me. That's what I'm saying. No one's killing me but my own body.
I feel like I would be great at avoidance, like avoiding everyone and everything, like just isolating.
You avoid talking about your parents.
And
Well, that's for sure.
I mean, we can get into it, but it's just depressing. It's not
We'll
funny.
get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's not like, oh man, it could. I feel like that needs its whole own. Maybe that's a
serious episode. That's a Patreon.
A Patreon. If you guys want to sign up for a Patreon and get real depressed, there will be an episode where we talk about our parents.
And I'll show you where I get my straws.
And he'll deep throat his special penis straws.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And you said you would sing. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Papa made me pick a pot of
No,
peas.
don't give it away for free.
That was warming up. You think that's a... I didn't even clear my throat.
No. I have no.
Mama made me mash my M&Ms.
I feel like there's a lot of potential there.
I know. That's just me throwing it out there. I was all county choir, baby.
And
Neil Bryson, choir teacher, shout out. I added him on Facebook and sent him a message, and he goes, nothing. He left me on red. I thought I was one of his favorites.
Aww.
What a fucking piece of shit.
Neil
Bryson.
Fuck
no,
you.
I'm kidding. I hope he listens. And he goes, I shouldn't have. After I've heard him singing those warm-ups, I remember.
I made it to state spelling bee.
Have you watched Bad Words?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god! It just came out on. It blows my mind that they even put it on Netflix again. It's not. It's an old movie. I saw it in the theater, but it's Jason Bateman, and he
I love
enters.
Jason
I know, and he
Bateman.
enters a spelling bee. This is like 2017, right before really things got super woke and shit like that. Because he says some shit in that movie. I'm like, how did the fuck did this shit get made? And it's amazing. It's a fucking such a good watch. It's on Netflix right now. It is so good. Oh, it's so good. You got to watch it.
Maybe you have to like take this out because it's not interesting, but text it to me after because I actually want to watch that. But did you ever hear of Putnam County Spelling Bee? Are you like a theater guy?
No, I don't know what Putnam County Spelling Bee is, but yes, I was a theater guy.
It's a great play. It's like
I went to Chicago the other day. Just watched it.
you went to Chicago the other
No,
day?
I went to the play Chicago. The
Oh,
musical.
Chicago.
I went and
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
Chicago the other day.
Mm-hmm. It's musicals are not my jam, but I like Chicago.
Okay.
I like Chicago.
You prefer a play with no music?
I like sad. Like I kind of like sad things.
I saw the Dracula play and no music.
It's pretty. This is
That's pretty
pretty
good.
basic, bitch. But Death of a Salesman is like one of my favorite plays, and
Okay.
it's super, super
We should go see a
depressing.
play.
I know there's Alley downtown, and then there's a theater that
Oh, I've been to Alley 100 times.
there's a like nice looking brand new theater right next to my house. You should take your kids to it. Putnam County Spelling Bee would be a good one for kids too.
I was thinking about taking them to see Legally Blonde, the musical.
That sounds terrible.
I bet you it's great. It's on Broadway and shit, so it's got to be decent.
Have you? They seen The Lion King? That's a great one.
No,
What?
I haven't seen it. I know. I don't.
It's
Where
so
is it though?
good.
What am I going to take them? Where are we going to see that?
I think it tours. This is like not an interesting conversation. I feel like we need to move on, but it tours and it's really good, and they
It's
should
probably time for us to
take a call.
take a call.
Yeah.
This is from somebody, and we don't say names here, so let's hear it and see what we can solve for you.
Okay, here's some messy life advice that I could use from unqualified people. So, say
That's
you
us.
go through an adult friendship breakup, and there's like a big trip that's going to be happening, and there's a group of people going, and the person that you had a friendship breakup is going to be there. Do you still go on the trip? Do you not go on the trip because it would make them feel uncomfortable? Do you not go on the trip because it would make you feel uncomfortable? Or do you just go on the trip and say fuck it? What do you do? This is my first adult friendship breakup. I asked someone else and they said me not going would be stupid. So I don't know. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
It was the way she worded it was a little weird. There's a lot of questions, but it was like the same question. Ultimately, I don't know. Do you want to go first?
So I just.
I think we're going to be in agreement on this, but I could be wrong.
right away think that, like, my natural instinct would be what the other person said, which is like, you know, of course go. But then the bigger thing is just being comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, why go? Why do anything? Like, I just had friends in town this weekend, and I told them there are going to be girls' trips occasionally that I go on, and I told them, like, I'm an adult. I don't want to share rooms anymore because I'm a woman in my 30s, and I love you guys, and everybody wants to hang out together and, like, you know, braid each other's hair. But, like, at a certain point, I'm gonna either go to my room or, if it's in Houston, go home. And I love you guys, but, like, I'm gonna do what makes me comfortable.
Of course.
And so, I mean, if you want to go, but it sounds like, I mean, don't go just to spite her. And if you're going to be uncomfortable all weekend, that doesn't sound fun. So it just doesn't matter of if you really want to go, but don't not go. If it's a thing you've been really looking forward to, you've been saving money for, and you're excited to spend time with everyone else, go, you know. But if you think it sounds like it was a really painful thing for you, and so if you're still like, if you know that every situation, every dinner is going to be awkward and painful for you, protect yourself and just like take yourself out for a fun weekend at home and do other things to distract yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, I think what I wish you would have told us what it is, you know?
I
Like
know.
are you guys getting a beach house together and it's just like the three of you or whatever, you know what I mean? Is it like that? Cuz then yeah, don't fucking go to that. That seems ridiculous, right? You don't want to fucking be around someone that you broke up with or, you know, you're not friends with anymore. I cancel on my real friends all the time because I don't want to do shit I don't want to do. So I can't imagine wanting to go with someone like, "Oh, I got this trip with this person I fucking hate." I could never do it. Wouldn't gonna happen. Uh, but like if, you know, maybe you're going to a music festival or a comedy festival or something like that, then just go separately and be like, I'm gonna go do my own fucking thing, have a fucking time, enjoy yourself. Like there's no reason to ruin that, you know, just because you might see them there. But you know, I get it. It really depends on what you're doing. I'm saying if you got to be with these people, no, don't go. Fuck that. Do your own thing. Have your own fun trip. Fuck it. But if it's like a big thing that there's thousands or hundreds of people going to, and you wanted to go to that thing, go to that fucking thing, and just do it separately. You're a grown ass woman, and you know, you're a business owner. Doesn't say that. I just know who this is. You got enough money to do it yourself. Just go, have fun.
I go to Skankfest alone every year and have
It's
the best
sad.
time of my life.
No,
I love
I'm kidding.
it.
I hung out. We hung out. I
Yeah,
made it a point because
yes,
I was
you
like, my
did.
lonely friend is here, and I just didn't want her to be by herself.
It was very nice of you, but everyone's so like loving there, and most festivals, if it's a good festival or whatever it is, people are like that. I don't know what. Yeah, we need more information, and also
I wish I knew why you broke up.
there also might be guilt on your end. Like I don't know if someone did something wrong or
I wish, yeah, you didn't give us a lot of info, unfortunately. I wanted the juicy gossip.
but it does. Women have very deep friendships.
Oh, do they?
Not like men.
What do you mean? Men have,
And
I
so
got some very deep friendships.
Well, so here's okay.
My friend Jack and I drink every single night. I drink them up.
Okay.
Okay, that was dumb.
I will
Cut
go.
I'm kidding.
Jack, you guys are sad. No, I'm kidding. That's fun. That's great. But that's just you drink every night. I'm talking about like my husband will come back from a boys' weekend all weekend long. And I know his friends are my friends. And I'll be like, how is so and so's wife doing with her chemo or some shit? And he doesn't know. He's like, I don't know. We can talk about that. What the hell are you talking about? What do men talk about? You have there's like, are you just talking about sports when like someone's going through a divorce? Like you don't know what your friends are going through?
I don't want to say anything bad about your husband, but he seems a bit basic because I have I have real conversations
Depression.
with friends. Yeah, well, me and my friends maybe we're gay, but we talk about our feelings all the goddamn time. I like every night when I mean, yes, I'm out drinking, but I'm usually having a drink with a friend. I'm telling them, hey, this is bothering me. You know, I miss my ex, or I fucking hate her, or blah blah blah, and then like they're like, oh man, this fucking person hates me, and that stinks, and we're like, it hurts my feelings that this happened. This person said this about me online, and that hurts, and we're doing this all the goddamn time. We're like, my wife hates me, and blah blah blah. We're talking about every fucking thing. I know every fucking secret of every friend I ever had.
My theory is that with men in like if you're in an artistic type of like you're already in an artistic role and you're like a more sentimental dude probably, and you like my husband is like a
Basic dude.
he's just like
He's a dude's
he's
dude.
like logical, reasonable.
He's a man's man.
No, he's not that. He's
All right.
definitely not that. He's like nerdy Excel dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's a guy's guy.
Yeah, kind of. And he's definitely like super social guy. He can stay very. He's got a ton of depth, but it's like he's very much like he's good at schmoozing, like shit I could never do. He's good at small talk if he needs to do it,
Yeah.
and I cannot do that shit. Anyway, back to her. I think women have very deep friendships. Let's just leave it at
men
that.
who
Just
are
very
incapable of feelings.
just very profound. We will actually like stay up all night braiding each other's hair. I mean, not to make it just can be very difficult, like losing a sister when you lose a friend. That sucks when you have to do the breakup. I feel for her. So I do think it could be like very painful if you're in a situation where you have to like have dinners with a group and she's there. I mean that just sounds like it.
But also, you could work it out. That's another option. You hang out, and then eventually, sometimes when you have a fight, they become you become closer. You bond on that fight.
As adults though,
But women don't do that really, huh?
Well, I just feel like also in adulthood, like people get busy, they have their own lives. Like you can't take it. You only have so much time in the day. Like I try to make new friends. It's very hard. And then half the time I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't really want. There's just not much time for people. Our lives get busy as we get older. So I feel like you really have to make an effort with your friends to maintain friendships in adulthood. And so like if this
you really you do, especially once you're busy, it's the whole thing. It's like you got to make time for. So I was telling my buddy Sean last night, I was like, Sunday night is my night with you.
Yeah, people feel bad, but you have to like say like, okay, I have to set aside this. I have mom friends and I have to like schedule 3 weeks out. If we're going to maintain a bond, it's like, so I don't know. It sounds like you said she's a business owner, or maybe her friend is busy and maybe they're just like, this, whatever they went through sucked and it's just not worth the effort to.
I could be wrong, and I don't know if I know both of them, but I think this is it's a different state friendship. So I like to do trips and stuff. So, that's a hard, it's hard I have hard keeping up with my friends in Austin 3 hours away. You know what I mean? Like any distance is tough to fucking keep a friendship.
So my girlfriends from growing up, from when we were like, my oldest friends, my two best friends were in town this past weekend, and so it was them and then a girl that is very, very close with a girl I grew up with. And I'm like, the only reason I'm so different from the two girls that I grew up with, and we're friends because of like, we've grown together and I love them and I adore them, but we're so different. But like now we make time for each other. We spend time with each other every year. Like we appreciate each other's differences. I just don't know, like making new friends like that.
New friends are tough.
It's very tough. You have to set the time aside. I don't know. I just feel like this relationship sounded very done based on.
Yeah. Also, if you're willing to let it go, it's kind of seems like you were over it to begin with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I personally, I say, if it's a thing you're locked in a place with them, don't go on the trip. If you're having a party and there's a lot of people there, you don't have to be around them. Go have fun.
Did you sleep with her husband?
Oh, did you sleep with her?
Did you sleep with her and then it got weird?
It's all this stuff is very possible. I don't know the friend she's talking about. I have some ideas, but I don't know. I wonder. I actually want to message this person and be like, what happened? Who are the people? You got to let me know. I want to share it. Just I want to know. You guys will never find out, but I will.
I don't
Or
know.
if you get on the Patreon, I'll spill all the gossip.
You brought up a good point though, that it's from out of state, the relationship.
I think so, but I don't actually know. This could be a complete different person. I know the person obviously who's doing the complaining, right? And I have a hunch on who the other people are. It's one of, I think, two people, but I could be wrong.
If it was someone, I would say, what would have to be done to ruin that? Like, it's so hard. You'd have to go out of your way to ruin an out-of-state relationship.
That's why I said, did she sleep with her husband or something? I just want to know. Of course not. You're a great person, but some juicy shit went down and I want to know what it is.
I think maybe gossip, maybe.
Have you had a friendship breakup?
Nope, I'm friends with every person I've ever been friends with since I was born.
Bullshit.
Okay, yes, I definitely have friendship breakups still. There's someone here in this city that I consider in the last couple of weeks, I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty over this person. Cannot share.
So do you have to surface? Do you avoid where they go, what they do? You just still have to live your life.
No, I don't avoid. Fuck that. I don't avoid them. I don't care. I'll see them and I go, hey, and I will be nice in person. And then they'll leave and I go, thank God. And then I talk shit. I really enjoy it.
So go on the trip. Get everyone else on your side and then talk shit about her.
Ooh, good idea. If you really want to do it, get everyone on your side, talk shit about her, and make her feel stupid.
Super underrated thing. Everybody needs to get into it and stop being so like loving and respectful. I'm done trying to get people on my side like gay men and capris. So just start talking shit. It's so fun. It's so underrated. Start bullying people again. It's all full circle.
Let's take it back to the 90s. That's I miss being able to bully each other a little bit.
We're old.
Yeah.
I want to bully each other
All we
again.
ever did is razz each other as kids. That's all I fucking did.
That's how we showed love.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, that's how it was in the 90s, 100%.
Bring bullying back. Maybe that'll link you back up together when you just start, throwing. Yeah.
Shamey, slut shame.
Slut shame.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm a big fan of.
Maybe that's some people's turn on.
Slut shaming?
Being shamed.
For sure that is someone's turn on. That is 100% people's turn on.
Someone.
Yeah, I've never been with anyone.
I don't know
likes
who
that,
would be into that.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you're not that boring. I thought you were boring sexually, but there you go. We learn something new every day.
There we go, everyone. That should have been saved for Patreon.
I know. She likes to be called names. I could have seen that coming, though, right?
I mean, I did say the cancelable offense, which probably the throw me up against the wall thing, and now I feel like we're done before we started.
I thought you wanted your husband to call you the N-word.
Oh my God. What is the vibe that you're getting from me? Can you stop throwing out these tidbits?
All right. I'm really trying to paint a picture.
Yeah, I feel like you're talking about you. Just getting pegged.
My husband never calls me the N-word.
No, everyone, I'm going to start just saying random shit about you that isn't true. Andrew's like begging the girls that he's with to just peg him and call him the K-I-K-E word.
Oh, that's
Kike?
Are we allowed to say it? Because we're Jewish?
Yes.
Okay.
But also, it's such a dated word. I don't even think people know it's a fucking bad word.
Oh,
really.
people don't know what that is?
No,
I'm so
I don't
old.
think it's like, I think you're calling someone like an old-fashioned, old-timey slur or something.
Listen
she's
here,
a shrew.
see?
She's a shrew of a lady. I don't know. Like, it's weird.
She's an old spinster.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know.
We hope we helped.
Yeah, I forgot we did that whole thing. Sorry. I'm losing it today. We gotta plug things. You guys need to call in. We need more calls.
Please.
832-744-9492. Please call it. I think it's on a thing.
It'll also be in the show notes.
Yes, in the details. Our producer said to say that. I think I just did all three instead of the one. But call the number, whatever it is. And leave a voicemail. We'll give you unqualified advice. Give us some details, please. We got a show every Tuesday at Boondocks. Please follow us at the Mess Hall Pod. I'm at No Youngblood. This is at
the Jamie Rowan.
And you got
on
any
the
shows?
screen.
You got any shows? You got any cool things coming up?
The best way is just to go to my website that is updated now.
Gosh, I gotta update mine. I'm so bad at it.
JamieRowanComedy.com.
I'm going to Australia in July.
Hey,
that's really exciting.
That's
super exciting. News with Mark. We're doing a whole thing. It's going to be a fucking blast. Rochester. Nope, that's going to be done by the time this comes out. But I got a whole thing. Dayton, Ohio coming. I'm doing Hawaii with Zod, DevG. We're co-headlining in Maui, 2 shows, and then 2 shows in Honolulu. Those tickets will be on my website at andrewyoungblood.com. God, I got to get that updated.
I feel like social media is the best too. Obviously,
follow
all of our
my
shows.
Instagram. That's where I post links and all sorts of shit.
Yep.
And yeah, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Catch you next time.